There was a child named Matsushita who tasted extreme wealth when he was a young child, but soon his father lost all his wealth when he was not yet 5 years old. After his father was wealthy, became poor and in debt. The father made practical mistakes in his business that cost him everything he owned. The government confiscated his money and savings, and his father died as a result of his inability to bear that terrible shock. Matsushita moved from a luxurious mansion to a cramped apartment with his 3 brothers. They would find food one day, but they would not find it for days. His siblings had health problems. They paid for it with their lives, due to their inability to visit hospitals and buy medicines. Matsushita had to leave school at the age of 9. He would do anything to escape death, clean shoes, wash his clothes. He was running and not walking. When he goes to the street, he feels that the car of death is chasing him to kill him. He was holding his shoes in his hands to go faster and keep his shoes on for as long as possible. His shoes always looked cleaner than his hands, which appeared as if they were the hands of an old man worn out by time. Matsushita got a job as an assistant welder in an electrical company, and he completed his tasks quickly. Not out of concern for time, but in order to accomplish many tasks and work before he dies, because he believes that his poverty will hasten his departure, and he will find the same fate as his brothers. The speed of his achievement impressed his superiors, so his direct superior decided to give him a training course in electricity. He passed it quickly and successfully, after which he became an electrician's assistant and then an electrician. Matsushita was given more tasks and earned a higher income. He continued his strategy. Work with all your energy today as you may die tomorrow. There is no room for postponement. This strategy worked amazingly, and he rose greatly in his work until he became chief inspector. He developed many programs and contributed to a patent, but his colleagues did not attribute them to him. Because he did not have an academic degree like them, he complained, but no one believed him. He almost died of rage at the effects of the injustice that befell him. He experienced the same feeling that he had when he was young, when his brothers were oppressed after they failed to obtain food and medicine. The crisis this time made him leave the company he worked for. He escaped from it as he escaped from death when he was a child. He didn't take time to think, so he opened a new company in his name. As a reaction to the persecution of his colleagues, his personal company grew little by little until he became known as the King of Will and Management. It's Japanese Kounosuke Matsushita, owner of Panasonic, whose annual revenues are estimated at more than $75 billion.